Tov, good morning. Today is Friday, March 22nd, Erev Shabbat, Parshat Vayikra, Parshat Zachor. We'll read these words tomorrow in Shul. Zachor tasher asalacha Amalek baderech b'tzeidchem mitzrayim. Remember what Amalek did to you on the way as you left Egypt. Asher karcha baderech v'zanei b'cha kol nechashalim acharecha v'tayefi yagea b'lo yarei Elohim. How he chanced upon you or happened upon you on the way, and he attacked the hindmost amongst you as you were, especially the weak amongst you, and you were weak, weary, and tired, and did not fear God. And therefore the obligation, when God will bring us and allow us to be at peace in the land of Israel, and we've battled all those who would stop us from entering Israel. So then, Timchet Zecher Amalek mitachat hashamayim lo tishkach. You should wipe out the memory of Amalek from under the heavens. Do not forget. As I pointed out in the Shul bulletin a few weeks ago, we would never have imagined that the nuances of interpreting these few verses in the Torah would make their way to the International Court of Justice. But they did, as they accused us there, and the accusation continues that we acted in a genocidal way. After all, some leaders and others spoke, especially in those early days, about Hamas as Amalek, and therefore whatever we're doing is a genocidal. Right, we're there to wipe out the entire race of Amalek, and Hamas is the modern day Amalek. Now, the government of Israel gave its response. Clearly, they were actually talking about the obligation never to forget. They weren't talking about that we're going to be carrying out this biblical obligation right now. So that's very clear. But how do we look at this? So the Torah specifically speaks about Amalek. Amalek is a tribe, and a terrible bunch as they are. And Agag was the king of Amalek. We'll read the Haftorah this Shabbat about Agag, who wasn't killed by Saul. And Haman is referred to as an Agagi, an Agagite, as if he were a descendant of that person. And so it's the ongoing battle with Amalek. But what happens when we don't have an identifiable Amalek? Once Sancheiriv is, in a very good article my friend Kenny Brander wrote the other day, right? As Sancheiriv has confused all the nations, we don't have an identifiable genetic, racial Amalek anymore. So, as I pointed out in the article also, right? So we know that there is a strong metaphoric discussion about whether or not the obligation to fight Amalek continues with whoever is an heir to Amalek. An heir to Amalek. And so the Nazis were heirs to Amalek. And Hamas are heirs to Amalek. And so what does it mean? What does it mean? And it clearly doesn't mean that we are going to continue to try to carry out the broad spectrum obligation the Torah puts for the real, literal Amalek. We're not chas v'shalom. That's not how we do things, right? We will fight Amalek, the specific people who carry out heinous acts and did attack the hindmost amongst us, weak and unprepared for any type of attack. So we will fight those people. And the others, God forbid, we will practice all the obligations that the Torah places upon us to treat non-combatants as best we can, to secure their safety as best we can, and to comply with international law for that matter. But we nonetheless will continue to fight Amalek. The manifestation of Amalek right now amongst the Hamas fighters themselves. And more importantly, to continue to battle against the call of Amalek, the ugliness that Amalek will spread in the world of hatred, especially hatred towards the Jew, but generalized hatred. That is our ongoing obligation to fight. I'll speak about this, God willing, a little bit on Shabbat morning, and hope you'll be there with us as we ponder what it means indeed in a difficult year to consider this mitzvah and to know our place in the world, and to not just know our place, but to continue to ensure our place in the world around us. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom.